Alrighty, here we are. I always like to just make sure everything went live before I put our lovely faces on the screen.
Make sure that you're going to get to see our faces.
Yeah, Well, welcome everybody.
Yes. Let's see. 25 people so far. I was looking. We also have Canada in the house. I saw France and Canada.
That's very exciting. Thank you guys for joining us, whether you're catching us live or catching us on the replay. We appreciate it.
Lots of people from Canada. Wow. Thanks, Canadian friends.
I love it. It's great.
Happy Halloween Eve.
No, can you guys believe it's the second to last day of October? Because I can't.
No.
I'm still wondering where September went.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where October went. It all just
fair enough on that.
Went together. All the weeks just like meshed together at this point for me, it feels like.
Miss Chari, do you want to do a little recap of what Adventures in Cardmaking is all about?
Sure. Adventures in Cardmaking is the choose your own adventure. We're doing quotes because you don't get all the options. Choose your own adventure kind of crafting. So I posted polls on Monday and we had 3 different ones to choose from and y'all voted, and we're going to make something with the winning things. And I think it's fun to kind of have some parameters to work with personally. I don't know how you feel about it, Jen, but sometimes looking at all my stuff is just too much.
I can't agree with you more. And I actually chat about this a lot when I'm teaching my classes. Like I talked actually a lot about it in my in-person classes the past couple weekends. Like we love our hobby so much and we love buying all of the things so much. But I sometimes think that does make us a bit frozen and not know where to start. So something like this is really awesome. So if you guys aren't playing along with us today, that's totally okay. But maybe just jot down what we're using and have that be your stepping stone for when you have time to create.
It's like a little formula and be like, oh, and it's a challenge. It's a little formula, a little challenge. Kind of like the color cards when you get or like a color scheme, or like the automatic have like a theme or something. I think it's to have an assignment, we'll say.
Yeah.
That's what I call them, my assignment.
Well, I like that you're calling it an assignment, because what you guys didn't see is like 10 minutes before class, Chari's talking about how prepared she is, and I'm talking about how not prepared I am. So, and this was very typical for me in school. I did just what I had to do to get goodish, like okay grades. I was not the A student. I was not the overachiever. Chari probably was.
I was a good student.
Yeah.
Tried for A's.
I was too busy socializing to be the best student. Yeah.
I mean, I still got some B's, but I wanted the perfect score all the time. But
yeah.
Someone on my shirt, I have ghosts on my shirt. Jen has a spooky shirt on too.
I get a spooky shirt on too. You just can't see it over my name.
I had a sweatshirt, which I think is hilarious, but I knew I'd get too warm. So
it's so cute. I love it. All right. So and we have done several of these so far. We were just chatting. Well, that sounds like several to me.
Yes, I think it's 4. I made a playlist too, so you can go back and watch if you haven't watched any of them.
Yeah. There's a playlist right here on Lawnfawn's YouTube channel. And then we were just chatting. We don't have any others planned, but we will plan some for the new year. We figure after Halloween, the holidays all kind of start and people just kind of get really busy. So stay tuned. We always try to plan a couple of them out so that you guys far enough in advance so you guys can plan ahead. Do you want to talk, did you mention the timeline of how the voting starts and stuff? Do you want to mention that?
So we usually, well, like this one, since we did our lives on Wednesday, I posted the polls on Monday, and they're there for 24 hours, and then the next day I'll post the winners so that you can gather stuff if you want to play along, and then the next day we do the live. Or sometimes if we've had it on Thursday, I've done them a little bit earlier. It just depends. I try not to do it on the weekends so that it doesn't get lost in all of our weekend activities.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
so
know?
it's typically 2 days before the live. You can
Yeah.
catch the polls. You have to be on Instagram and the Instagram app to be able to vote on the polls. Chari and I are both really good about sharing on our personal
Yeah.
social media too when the polls are open, but the polls are only open for 24 hours. So, yeah,
Just
so
because
keep
that's
in,
the way Instagram stories work. So
yeah,
it's just a
yeah,
story thing.
that's just the rules.
Those are the
Um,
rules.
those are the rules. Okay, so this is a lot of chatting and a lot of crafting. I'm gonna flip the camera. You'll still see both Chari and I, and then underneath us is our desks. So if you're not sure whose hands they are, it's whoever is underneath the photo is their hands. So, but I think
We're very organized, Jen. Very organized.
I see, I'm organized over here. I'm organized over here in the tech. Not so much in life.
There you go.
Yeah, not so
I
much in
can't
life.
zoom, so I'll try to hold things closer if you need to see something. But
Yeah.
this is just fun crafting. There's
Yeah.
no rules. Jen doesn't even have a plan.
I got a piece of white cardstock in front of me. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I stamped some things. It was a little more prepared. I was still prepared last time. I was way not even sure what was going to happen last time. I don't even think I finished before we finished.
I actually really appreciate the laid backness of adventures in card making with you. I like just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, honestly, because I feel like with all the classes and events that I host that I absolutely love, I have to be very organized for those. So
Well, it's supposed to be fun.
this is my chance to not be so organized. Did we look up, when did Toboggan Together come out? Do we know?
Oh, I did not look it up.
I can tell it's an oldie because look at how loved mine is. And I love these little scripty sentiments. They're some of my favorite, if you can't tell.
I'm gonna see if let me look it up, see if it'll tell me. And there's new coloring stencils.
I was just gonna say, so that's what's really exciting for me today with my no idea is
2015.
2015.
Yeah, so it's almost 10 years old.
So there's coloring stencils for this set, which I am totally going to use today. I'm very excited. I feel like it's perfect for my scatterbrained brain. And I have no plan. So we're going to stamp out everything over here, especially since we got the stencils to work with.
And I just got these stencils, so I haven't even used them.
I haven't used them either. I mean, I think I had mine a little bit before you, we discovered.
Mine showed up on Tuesday. No, wait, Monday.
But they're definitely
new brushes too. My brushes are behind my computer though, so I'm gonna have to grab them.
We've got the solid tree here, so that could be stamped in green. I love this little sled. This is really such a cute set. Got a pile of snowballs.
I'm gonna use some dough ink for some reindeer, naturally.
Naturally. Oh, we got a single snowball. I'm going all in with all the images. Now, what's great about the coloring stencils, I was demoing them at my in-person classes in Connecticut and Michigan the past couple weekends.
Oh, yeah.
It's what's fun is that not only does it make it easy if you're not in the mood for coloring, is you don't have to clean your stencil in between what you're inking. There's enough space on the stencils, and that's really, I think, key, because if you are wanting to mass produce some cards or make a stack of cards, you don't have to take time to clean every time, which I think is just great. Daisies. Let's see. Peggy says, I love that there are stencils now for a set that is almost 10 years old. Yeah, so Lawnfawn is coming out with coloring stencils. With every new release, they're going to automatically have coloring stencils for the new stamp sets. And then they are going to be releasing, kind of doing these smaller releases where they're releasing coloring stencils for previously loved sets. And another set that just got a coloring stencil that makes, I think, Chari and I both happy is our beloved Mr. Harvest got a coloring stencil.
He did.
Which is so cool because that way, if there are people out there that don't enjoy coloring, maybe now they will become his friend and use him. Maybe. All right.
Sugar cookie.
The problem with hosting a live when your studio is a mess is there's nowhere to put anything. Okay.
Well, I just had my mom text me and I had to say, please don't text me for an hour.
Please, Mom.
Please refrain.
So I don't know about Chari, but I find these stencils really easy to line up, and I don't find the need to use my Make Art station.
Oh, no, not at all. Like,
because you can hold them. It's like
yeah. I think that if you, I was thinking about this earlier because I know that a lot of times in your class, you pre-cut things, and I think you could do that if you wanted. If you use like a sticky mat to stick them to, like
for sure,
or something, I think it would still work really well with stencils because I know that you pre-cut things in class.
Yep, I agree.
And these are perfect for all the little mini cubes, just by the way.
Yeah, it is nice.
Because I tried doing this with all the regular size ink pads at one point, and I had ink pads everywhere. It was too much.
Yeah, it is nice to have the little cubes because it just makes it a little bit more manageable. I agree. And I'll just do a little shameless plug for Miss Brienne and her mini ink stand that holds the mini cubes. I think it's clutch so that they don't kind of go all over the place.
I don't have one of those.
Oh.
I have the big ones. I don't have the little.
I actually use mine for my minis more. Well, that's probably not true, actually. But I do always use it for my minis. Like, because
I get to even get them out, and that's on me.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Like, there's even a little stencil for the little dots on his bum.
So cute. I'm probably going to white gel pen those later.
I gave him some brown bum dots.
So cute.
Is anybody playing with us today as we make stuff?
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you're just watching or if you're crafting.
Questions, write it really big. I tried. Jen's much better about watching a chat while doing.
Yeah.
Usually I am only watching a chat and not trying to also do. Oh my gosh. Mom giving me thumbs up to not text me, by the way.
BTW, Mom. When I say don't text me, it means don't text me. Oh my gosh. I love it. That's something my dad would do if he even texted.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So my deers are all colored. Look at that. What is this? There's even one on there for the tiny snowballs. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I saved out the snowballs because I saw that.
The snowballs with
the snowballs that you throw? Wait, oh my gosh, there are.
Because I was looking at this and I was like, what is that?
Lawnfawn thinks of everything, I swear.
I mean, they're snowballs, so I think they might be white, but if you wanted a little bit of...
Well, I always like to do a little hint of blue.
Yeah.
These are so cute. Marcy's working on my Halloween class, so she's working on no tricks, all
Ah,
treats. That's fun. Laura's just watching. Diana's just watching. Ooh, Larissa's making some coffee themed cards. That sounds fun. Melissa's going to craft later when she sees our inspiration. She's still recovering from surgery. I hope you're feeling better, Melissa.
surgery.
So fun. And Makey, I'm crafting along, but I don't have that stamp set, so she's using Penguin Party and Snow
Hey.
Cool instead. I love that.
They both have. I know. Does there deer in Snow Cool? I don't think I just had one of those out. No, I had Cheery and Bright. There's deer in that one too. If you
And
need
I
more
just
deer.
somebody was asking me for ideas, I think on my Facebook, and I just searched sleigh in or sled. I searched sled in Lawnfawn's website, and there was actually quite a bit.
Yeah, there's a trick. You can just search words.
Yep.
On Lawnfawn's website. I don't recommend searching the word heart because you'll get everything in the world.
That's probably as bad as searching the word mermaid on my website. I remember Libby texted me one time, and she was trying to find a mermaid card I made with some stamps that she knew of, and she's like, "Jen, I just searched mermaid on your card, and this is going to take longer than necessary. Can you please help me find it?" I was like,
you can search mermaid. You just need some more keywords.
Yeah, some more keywords. Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Oh, these little soot penguins are cute.
Oh, that's a good color to use for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to not make them too dark, but they look fine.
I think I'll use soot for their hooves. I'm still on the deer. You're fast, Chari.
I only have did you only do 2 deer?
Yeah. I was also reading some comments.
There's still time for me to make a big mess and mess them up, so.
Well, you're fast right now, but you're going to be the overachiever today, so I'm not super concerned.
Yes, I have ideas. However, I did kind of prep some ideas, so that's not as much work, but.
So just one recommendation, if you do get the coloring stencils, I think having smaller blending brushes is really helpful. Yes. I've been using these kind of pen-like ones from Honeybee Stamps, but there's so many options out there.
Oh, someone just asked what we're using. Mine, I just got these. These are from Tailored Expressions, and they come six in a pack. I like the flat-ended ones. I also have, let me grab the other one. Alta New. I like these because they're flat, but I got these because they're a little smaller.
I have a few flat ones that look similar to yours, Chari. The girls at Scrappy Chic in Michigan gifted me these when I was demoing in class. So.
Oh yeah. So what are those? What brand are those?
Those are, look at this. They're Scrappy Chic brand.
Oh wow.
Michelle engraves them, so they're fancy.
I like these. These have a like a rubbery. The teal part is like that soft, rubbery feel. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So you use soot for your penguins?
I did.
Oh, I'm gonna copy you.
I'll allow it. Oh, someone wants to know what interactive elements we're using. I'm gonna make platform pop up. Ben was still undecided when we started. I don't know what
say. I'm kind of still undecided. Hold, please. I think I know what I'm going to do, but I feel like I'm going to have to explain myself. So hold, please.
You're going to have to explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Oh my gosh. So again, what I was mentioning, like I had done all the deer bits here, you can see how they're separated enough that I don't have to take time to clean my stencil. I mean, yes, it's very easy to clean a stencil, but if you wanted to do a bunch of them, you could just keep moving around the stencil. And I just think that's really cool.
If you were like one that makes a big wide swath, you might want to clean it depending on the color. Like I almost thought about cleaning the soot, but I was just trying to be very careful to not accidentally pick it up.
Gotcha.
I think it depends on your brush too. If you got a big brush, you might get.
Oh yeah, it definitely depends on the size of the brush you're using. For sure. So
the ones are colored. This one has some red on him, but I don't know what happened. He got tattooed. I don't know.
Oops.
I'm gonna hold mine up though, so y'all can see it since mine can't zoom in.
So cute.
Yeah.
I love it. Since tomorrow's Halloween, did you guys make Halloween cards this year? Did you get any in the mail? I got some in the mail to my nieces and my nephews. And then we mailed Halloween cards to Chris's girls, and I mailed a Halloween card to my dad.
I mailed nothing. But that's not unusual for me. I got one in the mail. I received a Halloween card.
Not from me.
No, it was from my friend Karen. And I'll show you guys because she actually stitched the pumpkin.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Oh, it's the pumpkin.
Oh yay! Some people made them and sent them. I love it. Do we not have ballet slippers in a cube yet?
Yes, we do.
Oh, I'm missing some.
I have it.
Huh.
I think there's one color we don't have. Maybe.
Okay. Well, I guess I have to place a lawnfawn order then.
You lost your ballet slippers.
I'm wondering what colors are in that cube, in that set. It doesn't matter. I'll look into that another day. I was going to use a little ballet slippers on the deer's face instead of sugar cookie to give it, but
go get your big one.
Yeah.
You know.
That's too complicated.
Let's see. It is in the Sunday brunch ink cube pack. Oh, let's see what else is in there.
I was going to say, what else is in there? What?
Cranberry, artichoke, and peach fuzz.
Yep, I don't have any of those.
Oh, so maybe you never got that pack?
I don't think I ever got it.
You're going to have to, like, assess the stock of the ink cubes.
I know, clearly.
Sure that's the only one you're missing.
Clearly. I'm not surprised, though. It's all good. I do like having the cubes. I mean, I have all the inks.
I do too, but until now, I didn't break them out very often unless I was doing, like, a rainbow ink blended background and I just didn't want 6 things across my desk.
Right.
That was about the only time. Oh, someone's going to lawnfawn this weekend. Have fun.
Oh, that's right. Do you want to talk
We won't be there.
Stuff?
We're East Coast Fawnies.
Do you want to talk about that at all?
Oh, sure. Let me find
I just feel like you know the info a little bit better than I do.
That's questionable. Well, I just say that because I don't have to go.
Right.
I'm not so sure I do
okay.
The information. I wonder if there's still
info on the site.
Yeah. I'm on the wrong page. Shop and Create is what it's called.
Okay.
Oh, there are still, it looks like there are still tickets.
Oh, fun.
They're by each hour. So you can go and shop. It's this Saturday, November 2nd.
Okay.
I'll just read it. You'll be
Yeah.
able to meet Kelly, Marie, and Thor, do a make and take, and shop all the lawnfawn goodies straight from our warehouse. Everything is 15% off. Each ticket allows you 1 hour of shopping. Space is limited, so a ticket is required for every person attending. Attendees will receive more information via email.
Fun.
And I think the ticket is $1, but I think they take the $1 off when you check out. It just has to have
They're just doing the ticket to keep track of people. Yeah.
So I was going to see if there's there's not really a link to all of them. It looks like there's still tickets for 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 11 a.m. So if you go on the lawnfawn website and you search shop and create, they'll come up as like a product.
Super fun.
Someone has to go to Disneyland instead. Well, I think that's more fun, but that's just me.
Well, have fun, Barbara, going to Lawnfawn Land.
Yes.
You'll have to tell everybody that the East Coast Fawnies said hello.
You'll get to meet more than just Kelly, and you get to meet all the people. Nancy is supposed to be there helping probably making cakes, I think.
Super fun.
Yeah. It costs too much to bring me and Jen in.
Yeah. I know, and flights are not cheap right now. So.
We're expensive Fawnies.
Yeah, we're expensive Fawnies. This weekend, Josie and I will be packing kits for my upcoming in-person and virtual Creative Journey art retreat.
Is that all sold out?
Technically, yes, okay. But untechnically for the virtual, you can sign up for a stock notification. Okay. And once I figure out the math correctly, I might have a few extra kits available.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I put links in the description to a couple class things, but I didn't put that one because I didn't.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. People can find it over on my website.
Right, here's the extra things Chari did earlier.
She cheated. See, this is cheating.
It's not cheating, it's planning.
This is cheating.
I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. I stamped them and colored them. They're from these two sets. Booyah and one of my very favorite and very first, Spooktacular. So this one has got to be like 14, 13 years old, I think.
I just see cheating.
It's not cheating. It's overachieving. Let's be clear.
Robin says she's at the doctor's office waiting for her appointment, and she hopes they don't call her soon. When does that ever happen, when you wish they didn't call you?
I know, right?
I love
Which means they probably will, because you don't want them to.
Do you have your headphones on, Robin? Because if not, maybe you'll like make a new friend that wants to be a crafter. They might be like, ooh, what are you watching?
Two crazy girls on a YouTube.
I know, right?
They're about to put witch hats on some penguins because
Marcy says cheating 101, but also planning 101.
You know.
So even though we don't have any more adventures in card making this year, we do still have some fun stuff coming up.
Yes.
On like November 8th, we have our next Create With Us, which are the free mini classes that Kelly, Marie, and I host together. And it's Cheesy Christmas. I'm going to put a graphic up on the screen for you guys. So these are free mini classes that we do. Right now, you can go over to Lawnfawn's website, go under About, and you'll find the Create With Us webpage, and you can download a handout if you do want to prep ahead of time and create along with us.
It's also in the description of our video, too.
Oh, yeah. There's a link in the description of the video. Thank you, Chari.
You're welcome.
But if you don't want to create along, that's totally okay as well. Just you can still join us for the chat. I believe it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
I think so.
Yeah. It's super
Yes.
fun. Kelly usually gives away a little bit of secrets of upcoming things in Lawn Fun Land. And then the very next day, I am teaching Tis the Cheese On, which is my next online class. And it's using a lot of the same supplies as we're going to be using in the Create With Us class. And I did that on purpose so that you'll get even more ideas, more coloring guides, more encouragement to create some more holiday cards with the supplies that you own. And you can sign up on my website. And with both of these, if you cannot attend live, you can always watch the replay. So Create With Us Cheesy Christmas is free. And then my online classes are only $20, very affordable, and totally worth, having some fun. So yeah, but that's exciting. Somebody just asked, what are the mini brushes that you're using? I'm using these number 7 blending brushes from Honeybee Stamps. And then these ones are from Scrappy Chic, which is a store in Michigan. But they do look similar to what Chari's using from Tailored Expressions. We're kind of using all the things today, all the things.
On a brush journey.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I don't think
I have some like little bitty ones from Waffle Flower, but they're almost like too little. I rarely use them.
Yeah, I think you just kind of have to get a variety and find. I think it's one of those things, it's a personal preference.
Yeah, like I don't really like the ones that are beveled or at an angle, but that doesn't mean they're bad. I don't care for them myself.
These ones are beveled, the ones from Honeybee.
Yeah.
I like both. There's good things and tricky things to both of them.
The only beveled ones I've used are the little tiny Waffle Flower ones, but I think the problem
is because they were so small.
Oh, I don't know. You guys can see, but
oh yeah,
they're just like, if they were flat, I think they'd be more useful. I should try cutting them off, but I probably would just make a bigger mess. Oh, someone's asking me about winter and Christmas crossword patterns. I was actually working on those yesterday.
Oh, look at that little sneak peek information.
I have 3. I have stitched all 3. I have made a card with 2 and part of a card with the 3rd. So I am in process. It just takes a little while. Oh, blue snowballs. So are the snowballs one pile? Yes, in the stencil.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to clean the ink off my table. But then, so something else I like to be able to do, even though we are using the coloring stencils, I told Chari I have a pile of stuff on top of my markers right now. So I'm trying to carefully move that. Okay. So something else I like to do is, even though I used ink, I don't know why the cameras are that way. That's confusing. 1 second.
Oh, probably because they flipped around when you put the slide, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. I like to still just do a little bit of Copic detail. You guys know me. I like to rosy the cheeks. So you won't damage your alcohol-based markers by dabbing them on something that you've already stenciled. So don't hesitate. You can still rosy the cheeks.
Good idea. I might do that too. I'm gonna copy you and Rosie.
The cheater's copying me. I get it. I see how it is. All right. And then, like I said, I'm going to use a white gel pen. Fill in his little bum freckles.
Bum freckles. one of my designs is one of those things you wrote. So that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to give too much away.
Oh, she's keeping
I like keeping
secrets.
surprise.
She's keeping secrets.
I will say they're very wintry designs this time. I think you can make them not Christmas if you wanted. Okay.
I'm gonna try to add a little.
All right. Time to cut some platform pop-up pieces.
I have to cut out. Where did this marker just come from? All right, I gotta die cut my images.
Set these aside and put them back in the drawer.
Yay! I'm so glad that you guys are making it live. And if you're not live and you're catching the replay, thank you guys.
Yes.
We were just talking about I feel like there's so much going on lately. It might be just my brain. I did a live yesterday going over the details for one of my in-person events. The registration's coming up for Crop on the Cape. The event's not until next year, but we got to start planning. So, and then today we're live, and I just feel like there's a lot going on. A lot of fun things going on.
This is the only time you guys get to see my face, though.
She only does this for me.
I only do it for Jen.
That's something we do have to plan, Chari, is our next East Coast Fawnies online class.
Oh.
So people were asking me about it at Papercraft Clubhouse in Connecticut this past weekend.
Were they? That's fun.
Yeah. Laura was like, is it true? Or like, are you guys really going to use such and such a set that we've talked about possibly using? And she was excited.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. She was
I don't
excited.
remember what it was now. I kind of do, I think. All right, I'm going to make 2 platform pop-ups because I'm an overachiever.
I feel like she's just rubbing it in at this point. I think
they're not involved. They're the same design, basically, just slightly different. So.
Everybody's going to be like, hey, can you just not invite that Jen Cherkis anymore? And can you just post it on your own?
I wanted to, well, okay, it's the day before Halloween. I like making Halloween cards. And I wanted to show you that even though it's a winter set, we can make something Halloween-y too. So that was my whole purpose and thinking.
Was it the last voting that one of the themes was Halloween, and you and I both were like, we really wanted Halloween?
Yeah, last one we had fall or Halloween, and you all picked fall, which I love fall too, but I was like, no Halloween. I mean, I guess we could have done it for this one, but we also wanted to fit some winter in there. So.
Oops. I just hit my camera. Sorry, guys. This took you for a little ride.
Popping. Is that your new machine?
Yeah. So the plate's still fairly new. I mean, it's loved, but it's newer. Yep. I treated myself. I had an older Spellbinders Platinum. I treated myself to a new one, and I'm so happy I did. Libby
Is it a Platinum or a Platinum 6?
It's a Platinum 6.
Okay.
Libby was confessing to me how many die cut machines she owned, and when she told me that, I was like, I guess I can treat myself to a new one because mine is so rickety and old.
How many die cut machines does she
I don't
own?
remember what she said. I'm not going to throw her under the bus. If she was here in the chat, I would. But since she's not here to defend herself, I'll let it be. But I don't really remember.
Mine's a Platinum 6, but it's like was a special version.
Yeah.
So it's a Fun Stamp Journey version, so it was on sale. That's why I got it.
Yeah. I mean, My first one was the Jane Davenport teal mermaid one, and Yana, who works for Spellbinders, actually had one shipped to me because she was like, "You need this machine," which I was so appreciative of that. And I've used it. I don't know. It's been like probably 4 years, if not longer, and it just was getting rickety. It was tired.
Now, do you have the new Scout? Do you have a Scout?
I do.
I mean, I have a Scout, but it's a different kind of Scout.
It's sitting back there on the shelf in the box.
Oh, I just don't have room for it. Another one?
I have my Hero Arts compact cutter on my table right now, and I'm really happy with it. So I just haven't felt the need.
I rarely have teeny tiny pieces to cut that aren't.
I use that tiny die cut machine more than my big one.
But really, even though your big one's close to you now, right?
Well, it's not usually there. It's usually back.
Oh, see, mine's always like right here. So
yeah.
I don't feel the need for another one that's 2 feet closer.
I just find it faster too to use a smaller machine, but it's whatever you like, you know?
Someone gave me a little blossom.
Yeah, Liz says that Libby collects die cut machines and purple shirk merch, and that is true. That is so true. Oh, good. Tamara also treated herself to the new Spellbinder machine. I love that. Hi, Yvonne.
When this one goes out, I'll buy myself a new one again.
I love it. I think it's
Sharon. I had to buy this one because Jen gave me a hard time on the daily basis because I had a cuddle bug.
You had to let your cuddle bug go. Come on.
I couldn't find plates anymore.
All right, so I have a confession. The interactive card that I am going to make is a little bit on the simpler side, but this is just to let all of you know when life is chaotic, you don't need to worry about overdoing it. So I'm going to actually use Lift the Flap tree backdrop, and I'm going to make these trees look like birch trees, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd actually already forgotten that's what you said you were going to do. I think they'll look cute. I think
it's a good reminder, like that, you know, you don't always have to overcomplicate it, you know, and that's kind of where my brain is right now. So
a little bit of interactive, a little surprise.
Surprise. I'm not quite sure what I'm putting in the tree holes yet, but there'll be a surprise in there. I just thought of an idea.
You might need to pull in some other things.
Maybe. I just thought of an idea.
Smaller animals or presents.
Hi, Rose. I think Rose is coming to my art retreat soon. Unless it's another Rose Griffin. And I love it. I was going to say, I think it's Sharon. She said she got her husband out of her craft room, so she's happy to be on our live today.
Uh-oh. I heard dog.
Uh-oh. Scout.
Why are you up?
See, this is when cats are so much easier. Both of my boys are fast asleep. Jack will wake up around 2:33 and want some attention. He'll come in here.
I should probably cut these out, but what are you doing, Scout?
They have both of my kitties have been going downstairs and exploring a lot more. Jack has been going down there, but now Gus is going down there. And I just think the overstimulation has really exhausted them.
All right, I'm going to.
Let me see here.
Cut some hills. We got to have some glitter.
Oh, don't you worry. That's what I'm excited for.
So we're going to have some glittery hills is what I'm going to do. Oh, she came in late on the floor underneath my chair.
Aw. Okay, I just had to look at some birch trees on the screen to make sure that I don't muck this up completely.
Okay.
So I die cut this out of some Nina cardstock, and I'm going to use my toner grays for Copic markers, and I'm going to try to make some birch trees. So here we go. I'm a little nervous.
You can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Thanks.
Ooh. And I'm cutting some pixie dust snow hills.
Yay! I hope that's not all the glitter you're going to be using.
Well, come on now.
Well, you're going to be using stickles.
There are times when I don't use stickles. Ooh, just dropped my die. And I know everyone's really concerned about me when I don't use stickles. I think I'll use this one and this one and the original hill. I had an extra one. These here for now. I'm gonna do one at a time. I'm gonna do my wintry one first.
All I hear is, I'm overachieving, I'm overachieving, I'm overachieving. That's all I hear.
Well, I guess I won't send any of these to you then.
It was funny.
You did get a Halloween card this year.
You did. Well, what was funny is Chris was getting his Halloween cards ready for his girls to go out. And I was sitting on the kitchen at the kitchen table working, and your Halloween card is on display there. And he like did a double take. He goes, "What's that?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Whose card is that?" And I'm like, "That's from Chari, and it's literally been there for weeks and weeks and weeks." He's like, "Oh," he goes, "Well, it looks just like a card you made." And I'm like, "Yep, that's how that goes."
It's got cats on it. I make a lot of cards with cats, so I can see how it would look like your cards.
I also have your other Halloween card you've sent me that you made the haunted house out of the castle.
Yes, it's on your mantle.
Yep.
It's all in your reel of all your Halloween decorations.
Yeah, it gets put away.
It's a special card.
It's a special card.
What's the one I sent you as the flippy floppy card, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't make those very often.
It works really well. All right. I don't know about this. I should probably have done one tree first.
What do you not know about it? You think it's too dark? You're going to...
Oh, I'm going to use multiple colors. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're just doing that.
I am going to take my advice and try to get one tree done to see if I like the way it looks before I get too carried away here.
Yeah, because if it's terrible, you can always
ditch this idea. Let's see. I have birch trees up on my screen, so I wasn't watching the chat.
Talking about driving through tunnels of dead trees. Oh,
hey.
Or in Florida. Yeah, talk to me about tunnels of dead trees.
And Peggy says she's saving for some retreats and plans to do more in person in 2025. I've been out of touch. There's a lot of fun options out there, Miss Peggy. Miss Chari, do you want to chat a little bit about the fundraiser we're doing? And I could put that up on the screen for a second.
Sure. Since we're talking about storm damage and dead trees.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I got, there we go. Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So if you didn't already know, we're going to do a virtual class, me and Jen and Kelly. And we're not doing it until January, and we know it's a ways off, but that's what worked with schedules and holidays and stuff. But your ticket price, all the proceeds go to help Hurricane Helene damage and destruction in Yancey County, North Carolina, which is where Burnsville, North Carolina is. We're giving our funds to Reconciliation House, which is an organization that I know personally. So I know it's going to help rebuild houses and roads and all the things that got destroyed during the hurricane.
And so the class is $15.
Yes, and I put a link. There's a link in the description, and that's the one that's pinned at the top of the chat too. And if you already have a ticket, you can still buy another one.
Yep.
I mean, the more the merrier. The more money, the merrier.
I was going to say, it's going to take these communities a long, long time to recover. So we don't want to forget about them, even though the storm was a while ago and there's a lot of other things going on in the world. This picture of Chari, Kelly, Marie, and I is actually when we went to North Carolina to visit Chari. I don't know if you recognize that, Chari.
Yeah, that's when we were up on the Parkway.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
you can still, a lot of it's closed too because of down trees and everything. But yes, I mean, we would love, and it's going to be on YouTube. So if you can't watch it the day of class, you can watch it whenever you can later. We're going to use some new stuff, which is why we haven't put out all the information yet about class.
Yeah,
but we will once you sign up. You'll get that later.
And if you've already signed up, helping us spread the word is super awesome too. And
we make a nice big donation, but ticket sales have obviously slowed down. But I would love even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scout.
Yay.
The post I made about mailboxes, there was a GoFundMe just to buy mailboxes for people.
Yeah.
But I have a friend that I used to work with, and her parents live in Burnsville, which is where this organization does their work, and they just got power.
Wow.
Yesterday, and it's been a month. She says it's really bad out there. She goes every weekend to help her parents. Their whole basement got flooded, and I got a new jacket, and I was like, Ruth, do you know someone that needs a jacket? Because this one I only wore one winter. And she was like, oh, yes. And she's going to come get it Friday, and it's going to go to someone who needs it. And I was like, very excited.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's very awesome. All right.
Someone asked when the next lawnfawn releases. It is in December. And it's a small release. It's in Valentine's.
Yeah, I kind of call it Valentine's friendship.
Valentine's friendship. Don't ask us to give you more secrets. We've not been authorized to do so.
We're not authorized. Us East Coast Fawnies, we don't get the authorization. Oh, thank you, Judy.
Yes, thank you. I figured it might have been forgotten, but I didn't want to put it in everybody's face constantly. Also, if you want to donate more, there's a link on the class page to donate directly to the organization if you want to donate more than just your $15 ticket.
Yep. And again, spreading the word is helpful too.
This is an organization that's been in that area since 1983. I was reading their thing today. So it's not like somebody that just popped up to help.
They're always helping.
They help that community since, for 40 some years at this point.
All right. I think this birch tree is coming out okay. So I think I can continue with my vision.
You can continue on. It meets your standards.
Yeah. Well, when you have an idea in your head and then it does not translate at all.
Oh, yes. It happens often. It happens. Okay, Scout is now in her
Melissa asked if we're going to be using new sets for the fundraiser. Yeah, we'll be using stuff from the December release and also probably some previously released stuff. Little mix, kind of like a typical class with me. If you've done an online class with me, can always substitute too. We always encourage that. Use what you have.
I'm getting my trigger finger ready here because Scout is in this. She sits in a seat in front of this window over here, which y'all can't see, which is fine. but then she barks at people.
Uh-oh.
And a guy just parked outside her house to like mow the grass across the way, and so I'm just trying to not be prepared. Be prepared. She could bark. All right, let's see.
Oh, wow. Melissa says there's going to be a mail strike up in Canada. That's crazy.
Oh,
no. Thank you, Peggy. I'm sticking with it. Whether it looks good or not now, I'm all in.
Okay, let me.
So what I'm doing, if anybody is curious, is I just started with T6 and did a little lines, and then I went over that with T4, and then I branched out with T2 and T0 to soften the edges. So that's my plan of attack.
Someone, D. Stewart, I cannot get my camera closer to my project.
Yeah, the software you're using doesn't allow it, but Chari
doesn't allow me to zoom, and my stand is as low as it will go.
Chari has been holding things up as she can, but you're doing the platform pop-up right now, Chari?
Yes.
So remember, there's sorry to interrupt you, but there's a really good intro video on Lawnfawn's YouTube channel that walks you through the steps of how to put that together as well, and that will be much more zoomed in too.
Yeah, so I have my 3 pieces. This is the back, the middle, the front, and I've folded these 2 and put my adhesive on them. And then this one I chopped off. So.
Oh, I forgot to plug my laptop in.
Ruh-roh.
Good thing I have my thing here.
So
I looked up and it's like, your Mac is about to go to sleep.
I remembered to plug my phone in this time, which I know was something I forgot last time.
I've got my phone plugged in.
And now we have the mower. I don't know why he's here. It hasn't rained in a month, and the grass does not need mowing. Actually, I think it rained this weekend. We just weren't here. But that's the only rain we've had in a month. Okay, so there's. Oh, I did it wrong. It's because I'm not paying attention. So let's go this way.
All right.
Backwards.
One more tree to go.
Oh.
You all right over there?
Yes. I put my hill on backwards when I pulled it out. Like the sticky stayed inside. So I'm trying to roll it off.
Roll it off into a glue booger.
Which is wrong because it should face the front of the box. So
I was going to say roll it off into a glue booger. We did that a lot this past weekend, making our swivel surprises at Papercraft Clubhouse.
Oh, yeah, so that it didn't stick.
Yeah.
What weight cardstock do I use for the internal parts of the pop-up? I assume you mean these white tees that I'm doing right now. This is just 80-pound Nina white cardstock. I've never had a problem with it.
No, that's what I use for those too.
Okay. Now we got our things correct. Now I can put the 2 together. Hopefully you guys cannot hear the mower.
You can hear it a little bit, but it's not very loud.
Well, the yard he mows is super small, so hopefully he won't be here very long. Like, it's almost so small that I don't know why he uses the biggest mower possible. Like a big riding mower.
Oh, Kirsten says if you have a touch screen, you can zoom in that way too, just FYI. I think she's meaning for the viewers, but
I think so too. Like if you were on like an iPad or something.
Which, hello, Kirsten. I didn't see that you were here. I don't know if you remember names, Chari, but Kirsten's one of the ones that won Okay.
do.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I didn't want to
So we did the
assume.
class,
Yeah.
the private class for
Yep.
the
The auction for our friend Tina. Yeah. And she also goes to the lawnfawn soiree event at Firefly Farm with a fun crew of people.
That thing looks fun.
It is.
Maybe one day I can come.
Maybe you should come to the next one. It's in April.
Maybe.
Maybe if we invite
I
you.
can't think that far ahead.
Oh, don't even start. Trisha, the owner of Firefly Farm, she's doing a really fun bus tour to the Cape next year in September. And it's sold out so quickly that she's trying to pick some new dates. So she was shooting out some 2025 dates. She's like, "Are you busy?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh. It's killing me. It's killing me, Trisha."
All right, there's my box put together. Now I need to put, I made this sled and I didn't stamp anything to put in the sled. So I guess I need to make myself a tree.
Oh, I'm going to put snowballs in my sled.
Where is my piece that I cut? Let's make a tree.
All right. Even though I'm not making a real interactive card, I certainly know how to complicate something over here.
Oh, Kristen just jumped on. She's supposed to be working. We won't tell.
We won't tell. We will not tell. Your secret's safe with us if you're listening while you're working. Hey, it's no different than having the radio on, right?
True.
I always have people noise on in my studio when I'm working.
I try to. I forget, which is weird.
So in true day before Halloween chit chat, you guys, most of you know I love scary movies. And I know they're not everybody's jam, and that's fine. But what I've started to do, because I've kind of run out of scary movies to watch, but
you have to rewatch them.
I have been rewatching, but what I've been doing is some of the classics, watching them in order or in the order they're meant to be watched. So a while ago, I watched like all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all the Friday the 13th. I recently watched all the Omens. And now I just started watching. And by watching, by the way, watching is in air quotes because I'm listening while I'm working. But I just started listening to all the Poltergeist movies in order because I don't think I ever really originally saw the first one.
That's a hard pass for me. Thank you very much.
Yay! Did you see what Kirsten said? She met Trisha and her bus crew at the Derby Museum on Monday for her tour of the Villes trip.
I was going to ask what happened because I know.
So
I know her Asheville things probably.
Yeah, so she's not doing the Asheville things, and instead they went somewhere that she's now, I can't remember where, but they had so much fun. She's going to squeeze it into all of her future trips. That's all I remember. Maybe Kirsten.
Hopefully, next year she should be able to do what she.
Yeah, but
because the things she wanted to do are even opening back up. It's just that they were not going to be ready when she was here.
Yeah. So for those of you guys that don't know, Firefly Farm is a store in Minnesota. I teach in person there often. And Trisha, the owner, also hosts bus trips. And so for several years, she's gone to Magnolia Farms and she's done some other things. And so I think like a year or two ago, she started tour of the Villes. And so she's going to Asheville, Nashville, Louisville.
I think those are the three.
I think that's it. Yeah. And then obviously because of Hurricane Helene, she had to kind of think of a different plan instead of Asheville this time.
Asheville not happen.
Yeah. So. Oh.
Next time though, because she's gonna go to the chocolate factory, which I know they are starting to get back to work, and Biltmore opens up this weekend. So you guys can still come to Biltmore for Christmas.
Yay!
I'll just tell you now though that the front gate is not the same.
Yeah,
I saw it for the first time yesterday, and I was like, "Whoa."
I saw that on social media. So like when you didn't have power, I think I was seeing a lot more than you really realized what was going on. And I didn't, the little bit of time we were able to talk like on the phone and stuff, I was like, I'm not going to hash over all the horrible things going on.
The gatehouse is there.
Yeah, but the water went all the way up.
Yeah, it did. But the gatehouse is still there. The gatehouse doesn't have a lot in it. We'll just say that. You basically drive through it.
Yeah.
There was an old ticket building to the right, which is no longer where you buy tickets now. It was like their group ticket sales, so it's not. It is gone. It is completely gone. I don't know if they demolished what was left or if the river took the entire building. I'm not sure. There's a little the gatehouse gift shop. It's still there, but obviously they're going to have to restore it. There was a Starbucks. That is completely gone. And then all the vegetation is completely and the sign is gone. And it looks like it is disturbing when you've seen it one way your whole life and you're like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time Monday night. And I was just like, oh my God. So, but they're supposed to, the house itself is fine. And I'm sure they've cleared the grounds to get in there. And they've decorated for Christmas and they're reopening.
Marcy said, Jen, being a new homeowner, you should watch Pacific Heights for a horror movie. So I wrote that down, Marcy. I'll look for it. And I have seen Nun. So that was suggested. That was really creepy. Oh, thank you.
Bus tour in Pigeon
yeah, so Kirsten says they did a redneck comedy bus tour in Pigeon Forge since they had to skip Asheville. They had a blast and said it was hilarious.
There's I should tell her that there's a comedy bus tour in Asheville too, like when they get back going, and it's pretty funny. It's not redneck.
We did
yes, we did do it. The Lazoon tour on the purple bus.
I'm just sharing. I'm using some pattern paper from the Candy Cane Lane Petite Paper Pack, which is new this year. Oh no, I have to get to my trimmer and I use this shelf as a shelf. Oh my gosh. Guys, somebody come clean my room.
What set am I using? So I use Toboggan Together, but then I also cut out and colored pieces from Spooktacular and Booyah. So Booyah is where the little pirate hat and his hook and the broom are from. And I think the treat bag's from Spooktacular. Hold on. Let me find it. It's buried. Everything's buried. Spooktacular is the pumpkin, the witch hat, the stone, and the little trick-or-treat bag. And I'll probably use a sentiment from this. I love this set. It's like an old one. You can tell it's yellowed.
Oh, I just thought of an idea, you guys. So I can be extra like Chari.
Oh, see?
Let's see
extra inspires extra.
Let's see. I can't let her one-up me. Let's see if I have what I need.
Abby doesn't like American horror movies, but she likes Korean zombie shows.
Ooh. So I have a
You get distracted because you read the subtitles and maybe it's not that scary. I'm just kidding.
I have a streaming subscription service to Shudder. And they have a lot of
scary horror movie things.
Yeah, okay. It's SHUDDER. Actually, one of my students recommended it. But they have a lot of foreign scary movies, but I can't have them on in my studio because I have to
You have
watch them for the
subtitles.
subtitles. Yeah, so I don't get to see as many.
I'm gonna make some glittery black hills for this one.
I'm making a lift the flap shaker card.
Wow.
Look at me be fancy.
That may be something I haven't seen done before.
Well, let's see how we do.
That's a new idea.
I'm not always great at this on the fly stuff. I got to think about what I'm going to put in my trees.
In the openings?
Yeah. Do penguins go in trees? I don't think so.
Look, I didn't know that turkeys could fly like they did until this.
Oh yeah, they sleep in trees.
I was driving and it flew in front of me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like slammed on the brakes, and Matt was not paying attention, and he's like, "Whoa, what was that?"
They sleep in trees. Ooh, I just got an idea.
You have too many ideas here.
Well, I gotta figure this out quickly.
Oh, you got another.
I'm gonna do like to build on what's going in the holes.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do some speech bubbles with some sentiments.
In the tree?
Yeah, the trees are talking. The trees are talking in my world.
Cardinals, winter birds.
Yeah, winter birds would work, but I don't want to pull another stamp set and have the color.
Well, then speech bubbles are good because you don't really have to color those.
For the sake of time, I mean, just because everybody's watching us and I don't want this to be like a 5-hour tour here.
What time is it? Oh, well, we're over an hour already. So.
I know, but
that's okay.
It's okay. People can come and go, but I just, we
were long last time too.
Okay, let's do a couple speech bubbles. Oh boy. If anybody has the studio crafty space cleaning fairy at their house, if you can send them to Cape Cod next, please. I would very much appreciate that.
I'm not really sure why I felt the need to cut these out of black, because the back sides of this glitter paper is not black.
Oops, almost forgot this. Hello, thanks for watching. We got some first timers.
Awesome.
I appreciate everybody's ideas for the tree. I'm just trying not to have to dig out another stamp set, but I am going to color my presents, I think.
That's what you guys can put in your trees.
Yeah, those are all awesome ideas. Because somebody said squirrels, that would be super cute. Oops. I feel like this time, like after being live for an hour and we're creating, I feel like now I get into like supermarket sweep mode where I feel like I've got to pick up the pace. Maybe that's just me.
Char W, is that you?
Oh, I wonder if that is Sharna. Could be. Or it could just be a new friend.
Speak up if it's you.
Let us know. I love the delay that we get. It's so awkward.
Oh, you can make the trees like the trees from The Nightmare Before Christmas. That is one of my favorite movies. I don't like horror movies, but I like weird things like that. It is Sharna. Hi, Sharna.
Hi, Sharna. Oh no. Hi, Gail. Yes, Gail was in my classes at Papercraft Clubhouse. I hope you feel better soon, Gail. They were actually, her and her friend came to the morning classes, and they sent, she was visiting her friend in Connecticut, and they sent their husbands on an adventure, and they took classes. So that's why they couldn't do both, because they're like, I don't think they're going to be that patient. Okay.
On an adventure.
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling like I've got a little bit of a plan. Better late than never.
And now I hear helicopters going across.
Oh, guess what we heard out our backyard last night, which we actually hear frequently?
What?
Coyotes.
Oh.
And it's so funny. I heard coyotes back where I used to live, before I moved to Rhode Island, but I haven't heard them in a long time. And you don't realize they actually do sound so different than a dog, like their howl. And it made me jump. I think they're literally in our backyard when we've been hearing them. And even Jack, like, he was laying next to me on the couch. Chris and Gus had already gone to bed. And I was like, ooh. And then driving home today for my appointment, I saw a buck run across the road, a deer with lots of ears. Yeah, so I was like, we're just all nature here.
We saw, we went to Gatlinburg and Great Smoky Mountains this past weekend. And coming back, we saw elk for the first time. I've lived here my whole life. I've been through those mountains many times, but I've never seen the elk.
That's cool.
Luckily, we didn't see a bear, because usually you always see a bear. But yeah, we saw elk for the first time. That was cool. We were excited about it.
There are a few stores in Florida, Gail, but just maybe not near you. Because I know everything Scrapbook and Stamps. My friend Michelle owns that store. I've taught there before. I'm blanking on the other stores right now.
Jen.
I know. That's not super helpful. But Florida's a big state, so even if there are stores, they just might not be near you. And Sharna says that she is a big scary movie buff, and I feel like Sharna and I have had chats about what movies to watch.
Y'all can watch those by yourselves. No, thank you.
That's okay, Chari.
I like some movies, but not horror movies.
Like, you would probably be okay with suspenseful movies.
Yes. Like, yeah, just not horror movies.
Chris doesn't like them either. I have to watch them myself.
I mean, I've seen, like, what was it I watched? Like, as an adult, I watched, oh man, why has it left me? I can't even remember the name of it. It's the scary movie with like twins that stand in the hallway and they're in the hotel up in crap.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about coyotes and how the howling gives me goosebumps. It definitely made me jump. I was like, whoa. Our coyotes sound like laughing hyenas. Peggy's sister lives in Gatlinburg.
I don't know that I'd want to live in Gatlinburg. Well, it depends on where you are. If you're in the touristy part.
Oh, thank you. Marcy says Scraporium is in Lutz outside of Tampa.
Let's do this.
Scrapbook, everything Scrapbooks and Stamps is
The Shining. Yes, that's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, people.
Southern Florida.
That's the movie I couldn't think of. And also, I think because I had seen so many references to it through my life and never seen the movie, I kind of knew what to expect, and I wasn't really frightened by it.
Well, so I'll have to look it up, Chari. I think it's called Mad Doctor, maybe. It's like a follow-up a little bit to The Shining.
Okay.
I'll look it up. I just listened to it the other day. And I keep track now on this app because it's like I'd start to listen to a movie and I'm like, I've already seen this.
I've seen all the horror movies. I'm no longer horrified.
I mean, pretty much. I'm desensitized.
Doesn't scare me anymore. The Shining. If you guys didn't figure that out, I was about to say the book that Joey puts in the freezer on Friends.
All right, let's see. What do we want to say in our speech bubbles? Oh, you're a dear friend. We can use
Doctor
that.
Sleep. Someone said Doctor Sleep. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah. Mad Doctor.
We got part of it right.
I know. See, it's so bad, you guys. It goes in one eyeball, out the other.
Look into it, but I'm not going to make any promises.
Just look into it. I don't remember it being horribly... It wasn't gory at all.
Honestly, the things that I dislike the most are things that are kind of real and could happen. So,
yeah, that's not this.
Like, I was forced to watch a movie called The Strangers, which was based on something true that happened, and I was like, no. It was horrible. Like, just like straight up frightening. See, look, okay, they're both the same build. Exactly. Same hills and everything. We're just going to change up the colors and the things that go inside.
You want to hold it up closer, Chari? Just to... There you go. Yeah. Look at her. Overachiever over there. She's overachieving over there, and I'm still taking just as long.
I'm also showing you how you take the cute little penguins from the winter set, and we're going to make them Halloween-y. That's what's going to happen.
I'm shaking my head at my East Coast Fawnie BFF.
We're going to have a witch and a pirate. This witch hat is excessively large on this penguin, but...
It's going to be cute. I like to do that.
I think it's funny. They look like they got into the costume closet.
Yeah.
But the little hook, I think, fits on his hand. I'll pick these up when I get them glued together so that they're easier to see, but I'll put them on my little tray and pick them up. With this tiny little broom from Booyah, it's pretty good sized for this guy. Ta-da! Look. So cute.
So cute. I love the Booyah set. I use the bits and pieces from that set a lot.
I do too. I mean, I like the ghost, but I like to dress other things up too.
Yep. Well, that's what's so fun about lawnfawn is like everything like coordinates together really well.
Yeah, because it's very similar and or it's all the same style.
Yeah.
And then I love this pumpkin, this jack-o'-lantern. He's one of my favorites. So look. Ta-da.
So cute.
I don't remember where this was going to go. I guess we'll put it there. Now I'm going to have to figure out sentiment for the outside.
Well, I'm going to try to fit one of these scripty sentiments into a banner. I'm hoping. I can't remember.
Put my tombstones on the outside of it, but I'm going to work on my sentiment first.
It's been a while since I've used
cut out the little panel.
That sentiment.
I don't know that this will fit on here.
Linda says they have a buck that likes to sit under our desk or tree. In the summer, we can hear the coyotes. Yeah. When Jack heard that coyote last night, I was like, that's why we don't have outdoor kitties.
Yeah.
They actually, Jack and Gus do not want to go outside. They honestly are living their best lives inside, but Mr. Harley and I had to have chats about it a lot. He wanted to be an outdoor kitty so bad, but he made a good compromise. He lived his best life on his harness and leash and in his stroller.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the stroller.
Yeah. Good boy. Okay.
Stamp happy holidays on this, and it sort of fits.
So on my little speech bubble, I think I'm going to put a heart from Hearts and Tags, Tiny Tags, Hearts and Stars, Tiny Tags.
Hearts and Stars, Skinny Tag.
Yeah, that, if I have it in here.
Do you know how many times I say that? Every video.
I don't say it out loud as much as you, so I always just like mix up the order of it. Oh, I don't have it in here.
Stars.
I don't know where it is. Oh, maybe. I got three bins of lawnfawn above and beyond the organized lawnfawn.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's like stuff I'm using in upcoming classes is one bin. You know, stuff that I just finished using in another bin. Like, oh yeah, it's going to be in this bin. Because if I'm using it in an upcoming class, I don't like to put it away because it's just annoying to have to find it again.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought it would be in here. Where are you? Try one more time. I got the new sequins set. That's fun.
Sequin mix.
Yeah.
All right. Happy holidays can go on here. Actually, that fit pretty well. I usually don't like when things go outside of the stitching bit.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sharna I actually kind of feel like I remember her Care Bear card that she made with the standing bear. I know you've done
I remember the Care Bear
right?
Card.
Did you do Care Bears too, Chari?
I made a Care Bear, I think, with a sun on its belly with the waving pull.
So I know Chari has little like a little dish in her drawer. I'll just share what I do. So with Hearts and Stars Skinny Tag, every time you die cut it, like you get a bunch. So I tend to keep a clear bag in with my die. And so all the extra bits are in here. And then if I have a teeny piece of sparkle left, I just stick it in here because that's usually what I like to die cut it from. Just as like a little tip for you guys.
Okay.
All right.
So there's
I already had a little red heart die cut.
Yes, the pull tab bear. I think that's what I did. I'll be honest, sometimes I forget. They all start to run together. I need to clear out some cards.
Oh gosh, Amy says she was walking the other day and a coyote walked right in front of her. She slowly backtracked.
So happy Helene is what we're going for in this one.
All right.
It's perfect. I love
the
movements in this set.
All right, I think I want the acetate on first, and then I'll put what's in the trees. Okay. Gotta put my Chari and Kelly Marie brain on.
That could be dangerous.
Oh. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape behind the tree backdrop to put the acetate down. I already know what I'm going to shake. I'm getting very excited.
Oh, you know what you're going to put inside?
Yep.
Do you have some special shaker things?
Not necessarily, but it kind of will go with the theme.
Not really, but
I mean,
yes.
do I have shaker things? Yes, but am I going to use them? No. Why would I do that?
Same reason I don't use mine. Okay. Now what do we need to do? Actually, I think where's the booyah set? There's a tiny spider in here. Maybe he needs to be used. Just so I can have two things on this side.
All right.
It's funny.
What are you laughing at?
I stamped his tiny spider and he looks like he's on top of the little tombstone. Do you see him?
Oh, yeah. That's cute. I just almost thought I was doing this wrong, but I'm not. I just won't put adhesive behind the tree openings.
Oh, yeah, because you got to put stuff in your tree openings.
Yeah, but I wanted the tree stuff to be behind the acetate to just protect it. I've just figured that's best. Right?
I'm interested. I am not 100% sure of the construction of what you're doing because I was doing my own thing. So
you're basically not going to reassure me right now?
I'm not.
So
I'm not much of a help at the moment.
Well, will you listen to me real quick?
Yes. I will listen to you real quick.
So I put tape everywhere but behind the tree openings. Okay. I'm going to put acetate.
Yes.
And then the things that are going to be behind the trees, I'm going to stick onto the acetate. Because then that way it's like they're protected. Or would you just put them behind the trees? I'm going to have a present. The things that you're
putting in the holes, like your stretch bubbles?
Yeah.
I would put them behind the tree first and then stick your acetate. Otherwise, they're going to be like shiny.
Okay. See, thanks. Thanks for talking that out with me. That means I have to do a little glittering first. Just a little.
By the way, that usually is a bunch of text messages.
Yeah, I was going to say, by the way, that was just like 15 text messages between Chari and I because we're always texting when we're creating things.
Let's see. I have some snowflakes in my...
So I'm adding some Prisma glitter to the bows on my presents with my Quickie glue pen. Thank you, everybody that voted for glitter.
Yeah. Yes. We were really excited to glitter and not hot foil. Hot foil's fine. It's just not my favorite thing.
Hot foil's fun, but I think hot foil and interactive, I think that might have like made our brains go a little.
Hot foil just requires more planning at the beginning, I feel like, than
Diana wants
when you're done kind of situation.
Diana wants to know if I sew or cross stitch like Chari.
That's a negative.
That's a negative, Diana. I was actually chatting about it this weekend at Papercraft Clubhouse. I determined many, many, many years ago that I'm just sticking to paper crafting and no other craft. Now, I actually used to cross stitch when I was a little girl with my stepmother, and I love it. I think it's so fun, and I know I would get hooked into it very easily, but I'm just choosing not to.
She'll just let other people send her cross-stitch things.
Yeah, Chari just makes me cute cross-stitch things, and I'll proudly display them.
All right, that wasn't glitter, but now there's some snowflakes, so it's not quite so bare.
Oh, the speech bubbles are tricky because I actually got to add them to the acetate because they float. I'm really overusing my brain today.
Nikki was wandering around Target and she forgot about us.
Well, did you find anything fun at Target?
I went to Target earlier because I was like, oh, crap, tomorrow's Halloween and I have no candy. So I went and everywhere was Christmas in my face. And I was just like, no, it's too early.
Well, I can tell you I did not go to Target earlier because our Target on the Cape is really crappy. But I did plan ahead. And the last time I did an online Target order, I ordered Halloween candy. I'm really hoping we have trick-or-treaters at our new home. I'm very excited. Chris and I are going to sit outside. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees.
That's what we do because Scout barks.
Yeah.
Either that or I just leave the thing out there and let them get their own candy. Done that before too.
I kind of want to sit out there so we're like better neighbors, and I don't want to scare our kitties by opening the door constantly. They're going to be like, what the heck? All right, you guys. Now to hope to line this up again the way it's supposed to be.
Okay, mine are done. No more touching because
you're done and you did 2. Oh, well, it was my birch trees. You
were making it more complicated than when you started. It's fine.
I know.
Look, we were waiting on me last time, so this is your turn.
I feel like we alternate because, yeah. All right, I'm in the final stretches, though, if you guys are still with us and you're getting bored.
Yeah, Nikki, I saw your 200 treat bags. That's insane.
Oh, where did she post them?
I think they were on her stories.
Oh, I'll have to look.
She must get a lot of trick-or-treaters in her neighborhood, is all I have to say. We definitely don't have that many. I actually never know how much candy to buy. And I told Matt, I was like, well, whatever's left over, I'll just buy extra. You could just take it to work so we don't eat it.
I know. I'm nervous. I hope I got enough. Our next door neighbor says that we get between 30 and 40 trick-or-treaters, which is a nice manageable number, I feel.
I'm just not sure. Although where we're at, things are pretty normal. So right. I feel like it might be normal. But I just don't know. Things have just been weird for a month, so it's just been weird.
Yeah.
Going grocery shopping is weird because they don't have things and you get all out of your normal routine. So we'll see. If there's extra, I'll just send it to work with Matt so that I don't eat all the candy.
Oh,
I did make treat bags one year, and I ended up with half of them left over because I made so many. I didn't 200. We're just going to start there. It was more like, I don't know, 40. But if this I had to get them away next year. I took the candy out and left like the fun things in it, like the stickers and the spider rings and stuff. But
if this year goes well, I could see myself doing something fun next year because I love Halloween. I just think it's so fun. And at our old house, there were trick-or-treaters, but we did just keep the lights off because Gus and Jack get afraid, and I was so afraid Mr. Harley was going to bolt out the door, and we didn't really have this isn't lining up. We didn't really have a place to sit. Oh, that's actually cute. I'm going to go with it. I don't know how that moved, but
go for it.
I'm going for it. It's fine. It's a little, the speech bubble's coming out of the tree. It's cute. It's cute.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Oh, that's the part you said didn't line up. Oh, no, I like it that way.
I think it's cute.
It was totally on purpose. You meant to do that.
I totally meant to do that. Now where are my scissors?
Peggy's neighborhood is like a mob. They have so many trick-or-treaters. Now, sometimes we do have people just show up. like, I literally lived in the neighborhood right next, like the next street over before in a condo, and vans would show up and kids would just pile out. They didn't even
Wow.
live in our neighborhood. So I don't know that they have made it their way over to our street because we don't have as many houses, but
What did you glitter, Miss Shari? I don't really remember you talking about the glittering, and
I
that's really
didn't.
my favorite part. So can you please share
I
again?
glittered, I glittered the top of my pumpkin,
Okay.
and the hats have some glitter. The little treat bag has a little bit of glitter, and then a little bit on the tombstones. And then on this one, I just did a little bit on the tree, like it was dusted with ice, and then on the sled. I don't
And
have, I mean, I could glitter the antlers of the one deer. That would be cute.
I'm assuming you just used your stickles.
Of course.
Okay.
Because if I hadn't, you would probably need to check on me.
My foam strips are all messy from traveling.
She says there's one house that has sugar-free and peanut-free options. That's kind of cool.
Oh,
We
that's
just have
nice.
that many people. I think the kids would be like, "What is this you're giving me?"
I know. I didn't really think of like non-candy options this year, but again, this is my trial run. We'll see how it goes. Our
I've done
neighbors.
stickers before, and I've done those little spider rings and the little bubble wands. I've done those.
We're gonna
Oh,
bring our bubble machine out and play and put that going when people come.
you gonna play some scary music?
Oh, we could.
So my dad, when I lived at home, obviously, he had his stereo system, back in, as you say, the olden days, you had giant speakers, like, right?
Oh
And there were
yeah, yeah.
there were two that sat on top of each other, like they were taller than I was. And he would turn them around and face the sliding glass door. So our house, everything was on the upper level, and we had a sliding glass door and like a long, skinny balcony porch. So he would open up the sliding glass door to the screen, turn the speaker around, and play music. Now, he did not play things like the Monster Mash and stuff like that. No. He played the soundtrack to Crimson Tide with like the monks like singing and stuff. It was a little scary. And some little kid came up one time, he's like, "Ooh, your music's scary."
All right, I'm putting a little bit of foam tape behind my trees because I feel like stuff will still be able to move around, but you're only going to
Yeah,
see
not going up
holes,
this.
and I just don't want it to cave in.
Glow sticks, that's fun. Little bubble rings.
Ooh, I'm remembering all of these ideas for next year. What I was going to mention is our neighbors across the street had a fun Halloween party on Saturday night. I was not able to go because I was teaching in Connecticut, but Chris went and he had a lot of fun and got to chit chat with a lot of our neighbors.
Hi, Richard. It's nice for you to catch us live too.
Okay, so I am going to put a little bit of distress mica flakes.
Oh, Jen. Someone
And
says
a little
about
bit of rock candy.
a teal pumpkin is people who offer non-food treats.
Which I have a teal pumpkin, so I'll use that next year.
You have not food treats though?
No, I said I'll use it next year.
Oh, next year. Okay, I was gonna say you're gonna confuse people.
Shari gave me a teal pumpkin. Hi, Richard. I know Richard.
I know you know Richard. I think you were busy talking about glitter when I said hi, Richard.
Do you know Richard?
I know him from Instagram.
Oh, well, I know him.
Oh, well, I don't know people like you know people.
He used to live in Boston and then he left us.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, someone has favorite candies. What's your favorite candy?
Oh, gosh. Candy or gummy candy? Chocolate or gummies? It's different.
Well, you could answer one of each.
Okay. My favorite chocolate candy is Mounds candy bar because I love coconut and I love dark chocolate. Don't give me an almond joy though. I don't want it.
Because it's dark. It's not dark chocolate.
I don't like the almonds in there, and the coconut tastes
I
different, and I
used to
want
just
the
pop
milk
the
chocolate.
almond off.
No,
It's
it
one
just
almond. You just pop the almond off, and then you basically have a mouthful.
No, you don't basically have a mounds because you don't have dark chocolate. You're
That
changing it.
isn't dark chocolate.
And I think the coconut tastes different.
But as a kid, I didn't want dark chocolate, so I wanted the almond joy, and I just took the almond off.
No. What's your favorite chocolate?
I like Milky Ways.
Oh, yeah, those are good too.
Because I like the caramel and the nougat, but I don't want the peanuts of a Snickers usually.
All right.
The gummy one. I like Skittles. I like Starburst.
I like Starburst. I like Nerds Clusters. I love gummy candy, so I could go on and on. I like red licorice. I'm like, candy is a downfall for me.
I really love something with a marshmallow. I love some Peeps. And I know that that's not necessarily Halloween, but they have Peeps for every holiday.
I was going to say, they have them for every holiday now.
I know.
Okay. Richard says that we can split Mounds and Almond Joy because he'll take the almond joys.
Oh man, Sour Patch Kids, Nikki. I used to like those okay, and I like some sour stuff, but not so much.
All right, so I got my distressed mica flakes in there. I'm sealing it up.
Oh, mica flakes is your shaker, huh?
Yeah, distressed mica flakes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at me being fancy.
It's like winter.
Again, I like winter on paper. I don't like real winter.
Oh, Nancy Lee likes candy corn.
Yeah.
I do like candy corn if it is the correct candy corn. It can't.
No.
It must be the right candy corn that is flavored with honey. We like the mellow pumpkins. The pumpkins.
I gotta glitter all the things before I put them on my card, and I do it with my Quickie glue pen and my Prisma glitter.
Mallow Mars. I don't ever had a Mallow Mar, but they are marshmallow, right?
I don't know what that is. Oh, do you know what I like that's marshmallow that you can put in the freezer is a Charleston Chew.
Yes, we had a whole conversation about Charleston Chews the other day. Matt has never had one.
What? Buy him one and put it in the freezer.
We saw one in Gatlinburg. I should have bought it, but we're trying to be good.
I know,
but bad things.
But it is really sad that he hasn't tried one.
He's way better at being good than I am.
Oh boy. So I'm adding a little bit of glitter to the part of the penguin that I added like a hint of blue to. Their white bellies.
So he looks like he sat in some snow.
So he just has a little sparkle in his shadow. And then the deer, I'm not going to glitter anything on the deer. Even though I say glitter all of the things, I still glitter sparingly.
Not all the things.
Not all the things.
What was it we said to Libby the other day in our text? Like glitter all the things, but within
moderation.
Yeah, in moderation. Glitter all the things, but in moderation.
Yeah. All right. We are really in the final stretch now, kids.
Oh, Richard says a frozen Snickers is better than a frozen Charleston Chew.
Oh, I've never tried that.
No, I don't really freeze my candy. My husband likes to put things in the refrigerator.
I don't freeze anything. I just like a frozen Charleston Chew. I don't know why. I think it's just like from being a kid.
Malamar, one piece and the cookie and marshmallow is chocolate. Well, sign me up because I love a s'more. That's my favorite thing ever.
I don't know. I might not need all these things.
You colored more than you needed because you didn't have a plan of action.
Yes, because I didn't have a plan, Chari.
Hey, now you can make 2 cards. You got extra things.
I think that's good. I don't think I need this guy.
Oh.
And for sake of time, I think just you're a dear friend is going to be my sentiment.
You're a dear friend?
Yeah, the little speech bubble in the tree. All right, so let me stick these on. I'm going to add the sled flat, and I'm going to pop up the deer.
Small Reese's cups in the fridge. That's what Matt puts in the fridge. Not small ones, just all of them.
I don't like Reese's cups or Reese's peanut butter cups or
Well,
Reese's pieces.
fine. We made, speaking of s'mores, the best s'mores thing when we went camping. And we did it with a Reese's cup and marshmallow fluff. And we put it in a croissant. And then we warmed it up over the fire. And it was amazing.
Oh, wow. That does sound
I mean,
amazing.
you can do it with just chocolate if you didn't want the peanut butter cup. When we used the Reese's Thins, so there wasn't as much peanut butter, but it was one of those things we saw on Instagram, and then we had to re-engineer it to something that worked, because that was not what they did on Instagram. On Instagram, they stuck the Reese's cup on a stick, stuck it in marshmallow fluff, and then warmed it over the fire and put it in a cracker. And that 100% does not work. Because the fluff didn't even stick to the Reese's cup for one thing, and it
I
didn't
think
stick.
that's why I don't really like s'mores. Is it's like it's kind of a science. Like it doesn't get melty and gooey enough for me.
Well, this was melty and gooey because you used the fluff instead of a marshmallow.
Oh, okay.
And everything was contained in the croissant when we put it over the fire. So we really just were warming it up, and it was so good. And I suggest everyone try it if they can, because it was really good.
It does sound yummy. I'm like starving. I need to start making sure I have lunch before these lives, because for some reason I feel like we always end up talking about food. All right, I got to add a little bit of black glaze pen to my deer's noses.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to leave mine.
Don't you be copying me, you overachiever.
Well, I'm not going to do it because they're floating in the air and they're not. I should have done it before I put them on there.
All right, and in true Jen fashion, I'm not putting it on a card base right now. But look, it's a shaker.
I like the mica behind
and
it. That's cool.
a lift the flap. It's like attractive.
You can see right through those trees to the snow.
Yep. Yep, you can. Leave me alone, Chari.
That's the things I think about, but I would probably do what you did and then be like, oh crap.
It's fine. It's cute. And yeah, distressed mica flakes is my shaker. And look at my birch trees. Don't they look so good?
They do. You did a good job.
That's what took the longest.
And you just cut it out of white cardstock, right? You didn't use
I just cut it out of Nina cardstock and then just went to town making my own birch stripes.
But it gives them a different look than what they normally are. So I think it's cute.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a double interactive card. Shaker and lift the flap.
I had to do double interactive since Chari one-upped me and did 2 cards. But it was fun to play with Toboggan Together again. I haven't played with that set in a long time. And the coloring stencils, those made it so quick and easy.
that part, it made that part quick and easy.
Oh my gosh. I think we're so funny. I don't know what other people think, but
I like getting to use old things that we haven't used in a while. We don't get to do that often.
Yeah, that's good. 1 minute. I'm trying to make it so it's us, so we can chat. There we go. Well, thank you guys.
2 hours. That's not that bad.
Not too bad. I mean, 2 hours with no plan.
That's true. Interactive cards too.
Yeah.
Double interactive cards.
It was fun. So yeah, we'll definitely do this again, but not until the new year. Stay tuned. We will announce like the dates ahead of time, so that you can kind of know when to watch for the voting. And remember, that happens on lawnfawn's Instagram stories, and it only lasts for 24 hours, because that's just how that works. I
We
know I
usually
always
schedule them on YouTube though, so that even if you don't do the voting, you can go hit the notify me and get
yeah,
reminded.
yeah, for sure. You can always set up a reminder. I know Chari always shares on her social media. I share on my social media.
We'll post pictures of cards. We'll take better pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
We usually do not right away, but we will.
Yeah. And I only used Toboggan Together. I did not, well, and I used for my speech bubbles, I used Simply Celebrate Santa. But I stuck to pretty much one stamp set.
And I used Booyah and Spooktacular in addition to.
Love it. Love it. And I'm just going to give you guys one more shout out. Hopefully you will join us right here on Lawn Fawn's YouTube. We will be here November 8th at, I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern time.
It is. I have it on my calendar.
Oh, perfect. Kelly Marie and I will be, yeah. And Kelly Marie and I will be teaching some cards with Cheesy Christmas. Right now, you can go over to Lawn Fawn's website. Under About Us, you can go to the Create With Us webpage and download a handout that I created with some prep work if you do want to create along with us. There's also coloring guides and some good information for you. And then the very next day on November 9th, I am hosting my next online class, Tis the Cheese On. And so it is using similar supplies that we're using in the Create With Us class. I do that on purpose so that you guys will be able to get even more ideas, more coloring guides, along with what we're going over with in our free Create With Us. And with both of those events, classes, you can watch them whenever it works into your schedule. So if you can't make it live, you can always catch the replay. And then I'll let Chari give us a little recap of our fundraiser that we have.
Yes, the fundraiser is $15 for a class ticket, and it's virtual as well. And all of those proceeds are going to Reconciliation House in Burnsville, North Carolina, to help with Hurricane Helene rebuilding at this point. And it's not till January 9th, so there's a lot of time to buy tickets. And it will also be on YouTube, and if you can't be with us live that day, you can always watch the replay. I think we're going to make 2 cards using some new stuff. That's why you don't have that info yet. And maybe some bonus cards. We talked about that.
So, yeah. And if you've already registered for this class, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, helping us raise money. Please help spread the word. Make sure your crafty friends know about it. If you're in any Facebook groups where it's allowed to be posted, maybe you could post about it as well. And then if you were creating along with us today, or maybe you're going to come back and create later and watch the replay, please use the hashtag LF Cardmaking Adventures, and you can tag me and Chari and Lawn Fawn, and you can see all of that below our faces in the grass. We absolutely love to see what you created, even if you were using different supplies today. As long as, maybe we helped inspire you a little bit. Yay.
Know the products to be used in the fundraiser event. I think our goal is before December release, because
I think for release day, release day, we will have the information. That's our goal.
Because some of it's new, so we can't really tell you yet because we can't tell you. We can't share with what they are. So that'll be in December. So look for that in December.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty of time. Yeah. I promise.
And Rose, I see your question about the Creative Journey Art Retreat. Just pop me an email and we can chat. Let's see. Yay. And thank you guys, those of you that already donated. We appreciate it so much.
We do.
All right.
I told John when we made a big donation, he was like, wow, way to go. Thanks so much. So he's very appreciative.
It's awesome.
So thank you very much.
Yay.
I wish I could, I want to share that to everybody that he was really excited about our donation. Which,
yeah.
We'll do another one when we have a nice chunk to donate again.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous afternoon. Happy Halloween, everybody. And
enjoy your candy.
Yeah. And we